Good morning everyone, I hope you're all really well. This is such an exciting video because it's another renovation video, and thank you guys so much for all your lovely comments on my house tour video. If you haven't yet seen it, I will link it up here, I think. I showed you around my home and talked about our renovation plans, and there were so many really nice, supportive, positive comments, also loads of really amazing like renovation tips. So thank you so much for those. This is going to be another renovation video and something I've been planning and working on since the end of last year, so I'm so excited that I can finally share it with you. This video is actually sponsored by Dulux, and they got in touch to offer to work with me on renovating one of our bedrooms, and it's been such an amazing process. As you guys know, we've got this house that we're kind of slowly working on how we're going to do it up, and I kind of have plans for each room, but this room that I'm currently in is the smallest bedroom in the house. It's the one next to our bedroom, and it just doesn't really have a purpose. Let's be honest, it's probably going to be a baby room one day, but until then, it's just kind of a bit of a sad, pointless room that has no use to it. We were using it to just kind of store stuff that we didn't know where else to put it. Rich had his gym gear in like big plastic boxes. I had a bit of camera gear in here. It just kind of became like the dumping room. So I really wanted to focus on this room and give it a transformation, and I think that's what's so exciting about painting a room, is that it really can transform it so easily with just like a lick of paint. Dulux really are the expert in colour, and they have such a huge range of paints. So I really thought about what we wanted to gain from this room, and I decided that it'd be really nice to turn it into a little bit of a snug, like a nice relaxing space that we can use for both storage but also just for hanging out in if you want to read a book, watch a film, maybe have a bit of like offline time. It would also be great to double up as a bit of a spare room for when friends stay over or any of my nephews or niece. Dulux do this thing where they have a colour of the year, which I think is such a great idea because kind of home decor trends can be quite overwhelming, so it's really nice to see what the colour of the year is. And this year for 2018, their colour of the year is Heartwood. I have a little, here you go, I have a little sample of it here. These are like one of their little mini rollers that you can use as a tester. It's a matte paint, and it's a really gorgeous like warm neutral but with like a hint of heather, and I really like the colour because I think it's kind of like an interesting take on a grey because it's slightly warmer. Like I said, it's got that hint of heather in it, so it works really nicely with other pastel colours, with pinks, which I really love pink, with blues, with greens. I tested it out and it really seemed really versatile, but it definitely has that warm, cozy, homely feeling which I really like in a house. So before I start this video, which is definitely going to be a very long video, let me quickly show you what the room looked like before. Okay, so this is the room next to our bedroom. It's the smallest room out of the three. The doors are really nice original doors. I think maybe one day we might paint them, not really sure. Also might change the handles. These I think are like original handles, haven't quite decided, but for now these are all gonna stay. So this is a little look at the room as a whole. Obviously the wallpaper, I mean I think some people would like this. It's a bit like all Akili, like it's a bit much for me. I'm not massively into wallpaper. So it's got this wallpaper everywhere, and then all of the woodwork is this like funny yellowy colour. Let me see if I can find a better example. This is the window. It's a kind of mustardy yellow, which I'm not a massive fan of. At the moment we have like just some of my filming stuff that I couldn't quite fit into my office anywhere, so I've got some tables that I use. These are some old Ikea drawers from our old bedroom. I've got some like files on top. Haven't figured out a good filing system yet. And then in here I've just got all my kind of like camera equipment and stuff. So if I look back at the door, there was this big wardrobe from Ikea that was here when we moved in. It's actually secured onto the wall. At the moment we just have like spare coats and like Rich's suit and stuff in there. And then if I just turn, we've kind of got an ironing board and some like workout stuff for Rich and his work bag and stuff. Also these really lovely curtains. I'm not a fan of these. They're like shiny stripy curtains. The carpet we're gonna have to keep for now. This kind of goes throughout all the bedrooms upstairs, but I think one day we will redo it, but it's fine for now. It's just kind of like a grey carpet. And also this lampshade. Eventually we definitely want spotlights throughout the house, but again that's something we're gonna have to do when we properly do it up. So for now I'm probably just gonna find a nicer lampshade to go there. So this is an overview of what the room looks like. Then it was time to prep the room. That involved taking down the built-in wardrobe and just removing everything from the room, including the curtains, which were just vile. Rich is tearing down the wardrobe. This is very, very exciting. It's gonna... nice. Then it was time to strip the wallpaper, which was something I was very excited for. Day one update, and all the wallpaper has been stripped in this room. Very exciting. I absolutely loved seeing like the different stages and seeing the room come together. The paint looked beautiful just after the first coat. So this is what the room looks like in daylight. Maybe I'll turn the light on. Really, really happy with the colour. I think it looks really nice. Now we're going to start filling the room up and decorating. So I've been planning for quite a while what to do with this room, and it's definitely not like a quick overnight thing. I've been saving photos on my Instagram, making mood boards, and just looking around at all my favourite shops that I know they stock things that I like. Once I'd thought of the bigger items that I wanted in this room, I used tape to kind of map them out. What I've done in here is I've used masking tape to kind of map out where things are going to go, so I can plan it a bit before I buy them. So these will be the shelving units from Ikea. This will be where the bed will go, and then I've also started mapping out the gallery wall so that I can order the right size prints, and that's actually been a really helpful process for me. And then it was just a case of ordering things and making sure when they arrived that they were right for the room, and I really liked the idea of having everything all together in one place and then doing the room, if that makes sense. So the first thing we wanted to do was this gallery wall here, and I ordered all the prints from Desenio, and I vlogged the day that we created this gallery wall. Okay, my massive delivery from Desenio, I think that's how you pronounce it, it arrived. I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 prints, I think. I want to do some kind of gallery wall. I've never done a gallery wall before, but I spent quite a lot of time picking prints that I thought would go really well with the walls, and then actually what I did is I planned it out on my computer, so I used Pages. Let me show you. So I kind of planned out the positioning of the prints, and I also measured them on the wall to see if they would fit well, so I know that that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm gonna unpack all the frames. I think the prints and the frames come separately. I ordered extra frames as well, so I'm gonna put all the prints into the frames, and then Rich and I are gonna try hanging them, hopefully in the right place, in the right order, on this part of the room here. So all the prints are framed. I definitely went for a relaxing, calm theme. So I've got water, I really liked that kind of simple pencil drawing. Really, really love that one. Some palms with sort of pink, which I thought would go really nice with the paint. This one's like feathers and it says dream. This one is another palm print, and then black and white palm trees, because I love this one. It really reminds me of the Hotel California album. I'm really, really happy with the prints, and now I can't wait to put them up on this section of the wall. Hanging the prints is proving more difficult than we realised. There definitely needs to be more guides to how to hang prints on a wall, but I think we finally got there in the end. I think it depends on like what's behind the wall really, but hopefully this is gonna work. So divorce has been discussed a couple of times, but eventually we did it. Anyway, we got there in the end. It looks really cool. I'm really happy with it. They're not all perfectly straight. There's a bit of unevenness going on, but you know, this is real life, and this isn't a showroom, it's a home, so I'm absolutely fine with that. Rich is like, are you sure you don't want me to straighten them? I really think it's fine. I think it looks really cool. Right, let's move the ladder so we can actually see what it looks like. Okay, the next step is the Ikea stuff. We have got the Kallax, that's what it's called. I've got 6, like a 2 one like this, and then one with 6. I'll show you when they're built, but these are gonna go in this corner here. We needed to also be able to use this room for storage, because Rich keeps his gym gear in here, I keep my camera equipment in here, so something that we could style up and make it look nice, but that could also be really practical at the same time. Let the Ikea building commence. almost did everything right, but these holes are meant to be at the back, so we're just gonna fill them. But that's one up. We're gonna have another little 2 here. I really like how the color comes through on the back, but I'll show you once I start filling this what we're gonna be using it for. Oh, this is so exciting, it looks great. So we've done the Ikea stuff. As I said, this is an 8 one, and then this is a 2. And I thought it'd be really nice when you walk into the room to not just have it so like suddenly there. So instead you kind of walk into this section, and here I can put like some vases or a plant or something. I just thought that would be a good idea, and I'm happy it worked. What I was visualizing definitely worked. So I've started filling it up. These boxes are all from Ikea, and this is where Rich is going to put his gym stuff, and then I bought some of these for me to put my camera equipment in. Again, they're all from Ikea. But now is the fun part where I kind of style these shelves and figure out over the next week or so what exactly I want to put on here. This is one thing I have so far, which I thought was fun, and you can change the letters. The next thing we're going to do is put the blinds up. There were some really heavy like satin curtains in here, and it was just too much for such a small room, so we took those down. I was contemplating putting up some like thin sheer curtains, but I haven't really found any I liked, so instead we're going for some wooden blinds, which worked really well in our last flat and made the rooms feel much more spacious. So they're just white wooden blinds from Wooden Blinds Direct, I think. I'll link all the websites and everything that I've bought for this video down below in the description box. But yeah, Rich is going to put those up now. Hopefully it works and they look good. As I said, we wanted to be able to use this as a spare room, a little snug for when the kids stay over, but I didn't necessarily want it to be like a permanent bedroom. So I thought it'd be really great to get some day beds, and I found some on Urban Outfitters. They were a little bit pricey, but totally worth it. I got 2 so that we could also make it a double bed, and it's so comfortable if you use it as a single because it's like 2 really squishy beds. But I love these because they can roll up and we can put them in the loft, or we can put them in another room if I want to use this as more of like a filming area or for anything else. So these are probably the biggest investment for the room, but they worked out so well. These are the day beds I got from Urban Outfitters. They actually look much bigger than I thought, but I got this kind of greeny minty one and a beigey one, which I think was meant to be pink. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, so I'm going to lay them out now over here and see what they look like. These are what the day beds currently look like. They are very, very comfortable, and I like how they can roll up, and there's this Velcro thing if you want to put them away, because I think sometimes I might have a chair here so I can film. So we put one on top of the other, one because it's comfy, but also if we want 2 people to stay, we can put them next to each other and it becomes more of a double bed. But also this is just great for a little chill out area if we wanted to watch films or read a book or anything like that. I've thrown this on top, which is a throw from H&M, and I think that kind of brings back in the pink and the purples, because obviously the green is quite different to the wall colour, but I also kind of like it. It's definitely got that kind of cactusy vibe. Got this cushion from Urban Outfitters, and I want to get a couple more cushions just to make this little area more comfortable. But for now, this is what this little corner looks like. And yeah, I think I like it. Definitely comfortable. Rich, do you want to test it out?
Yeah.
Comfy?
Yeah.
I've also changed this to Welcome to the Snug, which I thought works really well. I've got this, which I'm going to be hanging maybe tomorrow. Lots more to do in this room, but for now I think we've done pretty well. You're definitely going to use this as your chill out room, aren't you? So then it was just a case of the final touches, which I think really makes a room. So I'm so excited to now finally show you the finished room. I'll give you a little tour and talk you through all the details, but as I said, everything will be linked below in the description box if you want to take a look. So as you walk into the room, it's instantly brighter now that we've got rid of the curtains, and straight away you see the Ikea shelves that we got. I'm so happy that I did this kind of step thing that I was thinking of, because then you're not greeted by this kind of giant wall straight away. So the first thing you kind of see is this little leaf tray, which I got from H&M Home. Not entirely sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but I just think it's a really nice piece of decoration. And above it is this mirror, also from H&M Home. I really like this because it's light enough that you can just hang it with a nail on the wall. But I wanted to have a mirror here, both if someone stays the night, it's nice to have a mirror in your room, and also if I film in here, it's really handy as well. I love the shape of this one, it's gold, and I think this is a really good find. So if you look at the Ikea shelves from the front, as I said before, I love how the paint shows through at the back. I think that's a really nice touch. At the top, I've got this little treasure chest from Oliver Bonas, which is actually what I keep my printer cartridges in, but you'd never know. It looks very pretty from the outside. And next to that, I have a hanging ivy plant. I really wanted to have some plants in this room just to add a bit of kind of oxygen and life, and I think real plants make such a difference in a room, especially in a bedroom. This little plant pot I actually got from Homesense, and the matte pastel green watering can next to it is from H&M Home, and this both looks cute and will also remind me to water the plants. So just looking down a bit, I've got the light, which I actually changed to Welcome to the Snug. You could obviously turn this on as an actual light, and I think it's really nice. If guests do stay, I think it would make them smile. And then just to the right, this kind of cube is more just for decor reasons. This tray and the little kind of matte jars, I think they're all from H&M Home, and the candle is from Oliver Bonas. I think the muted kind of pastel tones go so well with the paint. I'm so happy I found these. I think they look really smart, and they also look a lot more expensive than they actually are. Just below that, I've got a load of books, which actually I was just keeping in the loft because I didn't have anywhere for them to go, so I'm really happy that they've now found a home. These are mainly beauty and fashion books, and I think they look great here on the shelf. I then got my Ikea baskets. I really love the dotted print, and these are perfect for keeping my camera chargers and any sort of kind of techie bits like that. Just below that, I've got our files. These are just our kind of home, finance, boring admin stuff, but they look really nice in these files, which are from Paperchase, and then also my photo albums, which are from Paperchase. Then I've got some more storage from Ikea where I keep my cameras. I really liked this sort of grey felt box with the gold detailing. It just looked a little bit smarter. And then on the bottom row are just 3 plain black storage boxes from Ikea, and this is all for Rich to keep his gym gear in. The wooden blinds worked really well to add more light into the room. And then in this corner, I really wanted to add something different. Because the beds are so low, I really wanted to play with kind of height in this room, and I knew that having something hanging from the ceiling would be really nice just to balance out how low things in this room are. So this hanging planter is actually from Urban Outfitters. We had to buy an extra chain to make it longer, but it was so easy to do, and then Rich just put a little hook in the ceiling and hung it from there. The plant inside I just got from my local garden centre, and I actually think this is one of my favourite things in the room. I love it. So then we have the beds, which, as I said, are super comfy. I've got a green one and a beige one. We've just laid them on top of each other. We can always lay them next to each other if we want to make a double bed. And on top I've just thrown this H&M throw, which I already had. It didn't really have a home, and I think it works really well in here. The pinks and the greens and the kind of heather on the walls, I think they all tie in so nicely. I've also got a few cushions on here. You saw the Cactus one from Urban Outfitters. The other 2 are from H&M Home, and I like how they're a bit more textured. I think that adds a nice different feel to the bed. Next to the bed is a little bedside table, which I can't really remember where this is from. I think it might be H&M Home, but it's something I've had for years. Maybe it was Oliver Bonas? I'll try and find out for you. And on top I've just got a Jo Malone candle, my Soho Home mug, which I'm obsessed with, and a little coaster, which I think is from West Elm. And then above the bed is the gallery wall, which you guys have seen, and I'm so happy with how it came out. I'm really glad we went for all black frames. I think it's really striking against the paint on the walls. I'm so happy with all the prints. I just think it looks great. So it turned out very well after just a little bit of arguing. But just to finish off the room, I haven't yet shown you, I also changed the light. This is a sort of cage light which I got from Ikea, and I think it goes really nicely with the frames from the gallery wall and the sort of geometric vibe that the mirror kind of has and the files kind of have. I'm just trying to tie things in together, but I think it's very simple and I think it looks really good. So that is the entire room transformation, and as I said, I'm so excited by this video, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think of the whole room transformation, what you think of the paint. Let me know if you liked this video. Thank you to Dulux for sponsoring this video, and if you guys want to get more room inspiration, there's a load of ideas on the Dulux website, so I will link that down below in the description box. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!